You know, a lot of you out there have asked me, how did I get where I'm at? Well, I'd like to say that I am where I am because of these two beautiful people. Please welcome, you know my mom, maybe some of you out there have seen her at the Redkin Symposium, my mom, Lydia. How you doing, Mom?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. You're always doing good. Dad, this is my father, Laz. And Dad, you remember when we did the show, Sam I Am, in Las Vegas? We had a good time. There at that show, we talked a lot about family and about team and how important it is to work together as a team. I am where I am today because of these two people, teaching me and sharing me the good things about being good at what you do, having patience, having passion, having the love for what it is that you do. They've also had an opportunity as I was growing up to work in my father's barber shop when I was probably, I guess, Dad, what, sixth grade, fourth grade?
Did you go up that far?
I sure did. I went all the way up to fifth grade at least.
Yeah.
Until you pulled me out of school to work full-time at the barber shop. No. Actually, I was there probably, I think it was probably sixth grade all the way up to eighth grade, or fourth up to eighth, but fourth to eighth, Mom. But I really, really remember that, and the fact that, Dad, I love you, but I actually hated the barber shop. I would stand there on Saturdays and see how hard my dad worked, and by the end of the day, he had a pile of hair on the floor. My responsibility was to sweep the hair and shine shoes. I really didn't enjoy that. I'd rather be out with the kids. But I did appreciate, as I went on in life, learning how hard my father worked and how hard my mom worked to support the family. And to me, it's all about team. Some of you out there have heard me talk about it, how it's not about how a team is made up of a group of individuals, but a successful salon is made up of a team of individuals. And just like family, family is a team of individuals, not a group of individuals. I'm happy to be where I am, and I'm happy to have my mom and dad here I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to have my mom and dad here to share a little bit with you about that experience. Dad, the barbershop.
Yes.
How long did we have that barbershop?
Till 68 when we moved to California.
From where?
From Carlsbad.
From Carlsbad, right.
New
From Carlsbad, New Mexico to California. My dad actually had the courage to pick the family up and move us to California in 1968. I'll never forget, because I didn't want to go. And I think I was in the 7th grade or 8th grade. Eighth grade. And we went to California, left all our friends behind. And that's where it really started, because that's where my dad, in New Mexico, I would say you were pretty much a barber.
Right.
And then you went to beauty school, I'll never forget. He went back to school to get his California license, and that's when he said, no, I'm not a barber, I'm a barber stylist.
Right.
A barber stylist. Hey, Dad, look at the camera.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. Yeah, he became a barber stylist, I'll never forget, because then he taught me what a Denman brush is, and because he would always practice this whole Denman look and this perfect brush back look that I had. It was perfect. I'll never forget that. And Mom, everything that you did to help support the family, take care of all of us, there was my brother and my sister and my mom and dad. But you remember those times back in New Mexico?
Oh, yes, I do. I surely do. I remember both of you boys going to the shop, shining shoes. Poor Daddy, he'd work almost 10 hours a day. And then he'd come home tired, and we'd have our dinner, and we'd have our discussions of the day, what happened during the day, what they did, how disappointed, how happy. And that was about it. We had a very small little 19-inch TV that we'd watch. But then it was bedtime, story time, prayers, go to bed, go to sleep. Next day.
Then I remember making a big career decision in my life, and I was really into sports a lot.
Yes.
You remember that? I did a lot of sports, and I think the family life that I had and the involvement with sports and coaching really taught me how to work with people and how to be a teacher. And I think that's where the love of something really started. Then I remember one time coming back from where I was going to school and having dinner with mom and dad, sitting at the dinner table, and I said, I want to quit school and I want to go to beauty school. Well, mom's jaw just about dropped. Dad, I think you were kind of clapping underneath the table.
You were going to Cabrillo College.
I was going to Cabrillo College at that time. I think Dad was clapping underneath the table. But I realized that I saw how my dad was able to take care of the family, support the family. Now, we were never really rich at all, but we were definitely able to take care of ourselves. And that's because of the hard work that they did. I am where I am today because of that.
Because we're rich.
Yeah,
We are rich.
right. We are
Family
rich.
rich.
Thank you, Dad. That's good. Right. Family rich.
Loving
Right.
family.
Love and family. So I went on to beauty school, and I remember Dad making a comment and saying, now you go to school, but I'm not going to show you anything. And I thought it would be a piece of cake because Dad has all the talent. And I remember asking you why. Do you remember what you said? That you didn't want to show me something. Do you remember why?
Because you knew how to do it.
It wasn't
have-
barber school, it was
You
cosmetic
have the natural talent, which I did, and I had to
for everything.
go to a lot of seminars.
Well, I don't think I had the natural talent in the beginning.
You did, especially when you wanted to go work for that guy for 18 months.
For Yosh, I think it was
Yeah,
for
I know.
Yosh. But
What did I tell you?
you said, no, you don't need to assist for anybody. You're going to be fine on your own. But I do recall that Dad did tell me, he said, no, I'm not going to show you anything because I want you to learn the right way. And he had his certain way of going. You know how we talk about everybody has their own personal style? Well, Dad had his style, but he wanted me to learn the right way. And I totally respected him for that. But we had great discussions, maybe thinking that someday we might work together. But I think we had too much respect and too much love for each other that Dad saw where I was going in my own direction and doing my own thing. 2 years after beauty school, I opened up my own salon with two beautiful people, actually three beautiful people, Melanie Morningstar, Tina Palomares, and Michael Colazzi. And we opened up a salon in San Mateo, California called Avant Hair Studio. And for 20 years we had that. Mom would come and get her hair done and bring the staff and the team a bunch of goodies. They loved her because she'd always bring goodies every time she came in. But I remember Dad making a comment and saying, you're a good teacher, you need to be a teacher. And then we went to a hair show and we saw Vidal Sassoon himself, and that's where it really began for me. When Dad took me to my first hair show and I saw what I really wanted to do, and that was to teach. So I stand before you, motivated by these two people with the passion to share. Just the passion to stand and share with you, to make you better hairdressers. Just as my mom and dad have always wanted me to succeed in life, but they always said, remember, it's about people. Be kind, take care of yourself, and I'll never forget Mom always said, spend the money on food, don't spend it on anything else. Well, today, here we are, sitting together here, and the company, all of us, is moving right along. We're going to commit to bring you great quality tools. I'm so fortunate to be surrounded by an incredible, incredible team. The production team that I work with, my corporate team that surrounds me. You remember that every day when you're standing behind the chair and you're having a bad day. I want you to just take a pause, take a deep breath, and look around. How fortunate we are to have a job and be surrounded by people that choose to work beside you. Remember, my friends, whatever you put out in the salon doesn't only reflect you, it reflects the people that work with you, that you stand next to every day. And that's something that these two people taught me. So, Dad, Mom, I love you. Thank you so much for what you shared with me. And I will continue to take what you shared with me and share it with everybody out there. Mom wants to say something. Imagine that, a mother wanting to say something. What would you like to say, Mom?
No, all I want to say is to all of you that are here tonight, you were very kind to us, every one of you. And to me, you're very special. I don't care if I meet somebody, I always know in your hearts you're doing what you like. Yes, it might be hectic, but in the long run, it turns out to be a good experience.
You're in good hands.
You're very blessed.
I am very lucky, aren't I?
So is Sam.
Yes.
We
All
are
of us.
too.
So thanks for that, Mom.
Special being here, sweetheart.
Well, it's special having you here. So we wanted to just take a moment and share with you what the VIA family is about, what the VIA team is about, and the All of Us team is about. So you remember, when you're down and out, be happy. Be happy with the people that you're surrounded, and know that you're in an awesome, incredible industry. God bless. Thanks for taking a moment to watch this. Now do me a favor and remember, just cut the darn thing.
And thank you for
Thank
Kurt.
you.